because a lot of things have happened since I filmed the rest of this video that you're going to see today. Now, the way I planned this video for today was that I would go into my classroom and I was going to show you what my layout had been like for last year, and then I was going to show you the process that I was going through of rearranging my desks and bookshelves and things to practice for next year to find the layout that I liked, and then to also get ready for our summer cleaning, which we had to have our rooms ready by this Monday, being May 4th. So it came a lot sooner than I thought it was going to, and that was why most of my video I am cleaning or getting ready to clean. Over the summer, my plan was to go in like every Monday when our principal is there and conquer like one section of my room, like the cabinets under my whiteboard, and pull everything out and go through it and reorganize it for next year. But the reason I'm making this intro before this is because I actually talked to my principal today, Tuesday, May 5th, and she is going to have me move rooms. So I'm going to be having my video next week really be me moving rooms completely, so a lot of this is going to be different. My layout that I plan in this video is still going to be roughly the same, but you're going to see a lot more of me organizing things because I basically shoved all my stuff away and out of the way for summer cleaning, but I actually have kind of the second chance to move all my stuff into a brand new, well not brand new, an emptied out room and reorganize it as I put it away. So I just wanted to give you a heads up what you're going to see in this video. First, I'm going to start off and I'm going to show you my classroom, how it was before I started doing most of the spring cleaning or summer cleaning readiness. And then you're going to see me reorganizing my desks and tables to just, like, look at layouts for next year because I wanted to test it before I stacked up my tables. A lot of the footage is indeed shot on my cell phone just because I was doing quick little videos, so not all of the footage is going to be perfectly still, just as a heads up. And then at the end I'll do a quick pan of my room to show you what it looked like before I left, but it was ready for our summer cleaning basically. On one of my tables you'll see a bunch of like little things, and that's all gone now. I've actually been in since this video was filmed to pass out stuff to my kiddos, but that's pretty much it. And then next week's video will be me starting my move from my old room into the new classroom that I'm going to be in. Nice thing is that the layout of my room is literally identical. I have the same like high ceiling, the same bathroom spot, the same bulletin boards, everything is the exact same. My TV's hung in the same spot, so it shouldn't be too hard to move. It's just going to be the actual act of moving, and then later videos will show me putting everything away, reorganizing in my new classroom for next year. So I hope you enjoy, and if you do, I would love a subscribe from you to help support my channel. I do this because I want to share my journey with you guys, and I want to have a way to, you know, look back and see what my first year was like during COVID-19, unusual first year. So I hope you like the video, and I will see you later. So this is going to be my teaching video number 2. Now, I know in my previous one I had mentioned that I would talk about, you know, more what my job is and things like that, but I actually ended up coming up to my classroom today, so I'm going to be showing you a lot of things in my classroom. I'm sorry if it's so echoey, but because there's no students in here and because I've actually come in and taken down a lot of things off the walls, there's a big echo in here. So I can definitely say this is not how I ever thought I would show off my first classroom, you know, on this channel, but it's the situation we're in. So what I'm going to do to start off is I'm going to show you kind of what I had it set up like, and then I'm actually going to be moving pretty much all my furniture today, and my goal is to figure out what layout I want to use next year, take measurements and pictures of it, and then I'm going to get my furniture ready for summer and actually put it all back in the center of my classroom. So I do have a lot of things to get done today, and it's going to look like a total mess in here. So no, this is not what my room looked like on the last day of school. I actually was here previously and I made a mess. So it's a hot mess. But this is my room, and hopefully we can make it look a little bit nicer and figure out what we want to be doing for next year. Okay, so I'm going to walk you over to the door. This is my door, and I know I'm probably going to have to blur out some things, but this is my door. When students first walked in the morning, they would come over to this bulletin board here and they would take their lunch clip with their number on it and put it on either the hot lunch or the cold lunch string. And then they would move on to their morning routine, which I have pictures of right here, which included doing their lunch clips, hanging their backpacks on their hooks, which look like this and go around a lot of my room. Some of them are even over here. Then we have a binder that our students use that they would put in their desk. That doesn't happen anymore. I would have a message on the board, which I kind of don't do, but I do something similar. And then they were supposed to be doing reading and taking quizzes on their books. Over here I had their Lexile level tracking chart, which they loved. We have our own restroom, which is very handy. Oh, and this door over here connects to my next door neighbor's classroom. Then we had our sink area. This was their mailbox at the beginning of the school year, and I actually ended up the last month using it as their book boxes instead, because they used to have cardboard book boxes like the magazine holders, and those just took up so much space, whereas my students were only supposed to have 2 of my books and 2 of the library's books. So 4 books should fit in there, and I told them, you know, if your books don't fit in there, then you probably have too many books. So that was what we were doing. It worked really well. This is our writing wall where I would pin up their work. Over here was our word wall / math anchor chart wall. Up on the wall here I had book jackets, just because I wasn't going to keep them on the books because they would get destroyed, and I figured it added some nice color. I have my mini fridge, and then about the last month, like I said, I switched from using this blue cardboard mailbox to using this file system where it's just their numbered folder and they would get their mail out of there. And then when you stand back by my fridge, this is what you would have seen. Now it looks totally crazy right now, but let's go to my desk first. So originally this is not what my classroom looked like. I actually had a totally different layout, and I changed this in like January. So I moved from using this teacher desk in the corner there to using those bookshelves and that kidney table as kind of my area. So this is what it looks like right now. It's not going to look like this, I think, for next year. Up above I had my TV, and then if we pan over here, I have this big whiteboard back here, which next year I'm actually going to use as more like a bulletin board for things that we're always using. I created my library about 2 months ago, and I created this kind of library because I had it originally in this corner, and then I moved it to this corner. But I love this layout, and it seems to work so much better. However, I am going to move all of these bookshelves to along these bottom windows here, because it's not like we can really see anything through those windows, and it'll give us a lot more space. We have our clock. Then, like I mentioned, this is my old teacher desk, and right now it looks like a mess, but I just was storing math manipulatives and things like that underneath, as well as our lap desks. On top, you can see I have my teacher toolbox. We had a writing center here, calendar. Now you're going to see a lot of these white drawers, and I had one for each table group, which I'm still going to use for next year, but I'm going to use them a little bit differently. They had, I think, headphones in the top, math books in the middle, and then they had math manipulatives in the bottom. And then they would put their little caddies, those green ones, on top with like community supplies. But I have a totally different system now. Over here we have more of those white drawers. We have some pillows and scoop rockers. I do have more of those, but they're elsewhere. My big bucket of stuffed animals and reading buddies, which my kids love. And then if we turn over here, this area is also in major progress. This is where my desk used to be at the beginning of the school year. However, that's not where I work now. Now I use it as supplies. So I switched over to community supplies. So that's what these buckets are. They're going to be different for next year. I'm going to have actual caddies that have 6 different pockets in them instead, because the kids destroyed these. Up here they have their table buckets, which they put like journals and writing notebooks and things in for each table group. And then they have a matching animal actually taped on their desk. Down here, these are monthly binders for planning things for me. Base 10 blocks in those containers. Empty old pencil containers that I can use for something, for like task cards and things. More like word work, colored pencils down there, clipboards up here, and our globe. And then I have a bunch of blankets in here and lids and things that I need to put away. I bought all these blankets at Target, or not Target, Walmart for like $2.50 each for a pillow fort that we did because they earned a class party and that's what they wanted. And now if we turn back this way, we have our carpet area with their numbered dots. And then my other whiteboard, which I love this wall because it has so much storage on it. All of these cupboards, these big ones, and all of these ones down here hold like 4 Rubbermaids each. It's crazy. I love how much storage I have. It's insane. And then behind those, they slide. There's all shelving behind it. So I have so much storage in this classroom. Very lucky with that. It's amazing. But this is where I'm now going to teach from next year and what I was doing last year. So that's what I'm going to do. I have my easel over there, which I'm going to get a new one this year, but I'm going to keep it kind of in this general area just like I used to. And then I teach from this area from my old rolly desk chair with my gray cart that I would put like books and things in that I needed for the day. We also have a super high ceiling in this room, which was kind of fun. Another thing I did was I attached my kids' whiteboards to the side of their desk so that way they could get to it easily without digging. They also lost the actual desk part. I turned them all around because it was just becoming too much of an issue in here with people storing things in their desks that they weren't supposed to have and just destroying my stuff and things like that. So we got rid of those, which I am totally fine with and I am going to continue with next year. So I'm going to put you down and I'm going to get moving stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move these tables actually against that wall and have that be like extra space. And then I'm going to replace those tables with this set. So that way I have one less set of desks out on my carpet area. And then I'm actually going to try and make like rows of tables, sort of. I'll show you what I mean. And I'm going to move this desk actually over to here and I'm going to use it again and I'm going to make a whole new desk area for myself and I'm going to move all those bookshelves over up against the windows. So I have a lot of work to do, so I'm going to get to it. Okay, and this next part, you're going to possibly, I might cut off, you'll see me moving my tables and things because I'm testing out my new layouts, which I'll explain in a later video down the line once I get into my new classroom and things aren't quite so crazy. Okay, so now my goal is to actually be able to rearrange my desk area, which includes moving this to over here. So I'm actually going to take everything that's going to be moved, like table-wise, I'm going to take all the stuff off of them, including that desk, and I'm going to put it all on these tables back here, just for right now, while I figure out how I want to rearrange the whole rest of my room. So, I mean, it's going to be a long day. I'm going to definitely get my workout in. Okay, so I've done a ton of moving already. I moved that big teacher desk from over here to over there now so I can use it. I moved those bookshelves so they're that direction over there. I moved all the books out of my bookshelves that I have over here now. They're all sitting right here, so I have to put them back. Now I'm going to work on putting back the books and putting the tables in kind of these like group rows, and again I'll show you when there's less stuff on it so you can see better. And then I also moved those two bookshelves like this that were over here. I moved the one that was here right here, and I moved the one that was there. I moved the other one over here. And so now my Chromebook cart will go there in the corner. Then I'm going to be able to use this wall space for some stuff. But yeah, I'm going to get working on moving all these books out of the way and then putting the tables how I want them. Stop for today. I just wanted to show you what I got done. I got those bookshelves all moved and the books put back on them. I got this bookshelf moved from over there. I got the tables, I think how I'd like to try them for next year. So we have 3 groups right here in a row, so that way I'm not wasting space on those walkways. Then we have 2 groups in a row. And then we have this table over here now, and I actually swapped it with those 2. So yeah, a lot to do still, but I think it looks pretty good. So when I filmed this next piece, I was almost completely done with my summer cleaning. I just had to get rid of my kiddo stuff, which I did yesterday. So this next clip is just going to be me giving you a pano of my entire room and what it looks like, ready for summer cleaning. Okay, so that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I know it was a lot of panning at things and seeing what my room looks like, but I really haven't done like a classroom tour, and I am definitely going to do like an actual normal classroom tour hopefully this coming year if the school year looks normal. Theoretically, I can still do a classroom tour even if we have a weird schedule. So do keep your eye out for that. Granted, that won't be until, you know, August or September when we go back to school, hopefully. But next week's video is going to be me starting the move into my new room. So it's going to be interesting. It's a new thing. Luckily, Josh is willing to come help me for a day, just for a little bit, to get down some stuff from my higher cabinets. But other than that, it's going to be a lot of moving, and then future videos will go into more like actually what I'm doing in my new classroom. So thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button so that way you get to see more of me in my classroom, in my new classroom, and everything else teaching. Remember, I have videos, Wedding Wednesday videos coming out, and then I also have fitness videos starting up soon. Those are on pause just for a second because I had a lot of fitness stuff change since I planned my videos, so those are coming. I'm going to do Fitness Fridays, Teacher Tuesdays, and Wedding Wednesdays. So keep an eye out for those. Good to see you. Bye.